All right, so we've got Ken Hill. Miranda, why don't you take the intro? I'm just subbing as host today.
Yes. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We have Ken Hill with NCD Dental. He is going to be going over all of their dental offerings, and they got quite a few, some unique plans. So I'm interested in learning more. So take it away, Ken. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, got it. So thanks for the new intro. Yeah, you guys are uh, blessed to see the first look at our new slide deck today. I know everybody loves slideshows, so happy to walk through some stuff, but not also hurt your eyes at the same time. Today, I'll kick it off with who is NCD. All right, if you're brand new to us, if you've seen us on LinkedIn or Facebook or anything like that, we'll talk through how we operate with MetLife and VSP, why you should be selling dental insurance if you're not already, regardless of market that you're in. Right? If you're under 65, Medicare life annuities, anybody can buy our products from you. Of course, the products themselves, our portal, we'll take a quick walkthrough of an enrollment, some different tips and resources for marketing technology, and then of course commissions are very straightforward, but we'll leave it up to Brian and Eric and everybody on the team. I start with an overview. So NCD exists to improve lives by driving better health, exceptional experience, and spreading the smile, right? We did that through a few different tenets, I like to call them. So we create innovative products to serve the needs of your clients, but also being, really hyper focused on you, of course, but also your clients, providing that the best support in the business. All right. So you're the folks who drive our business and help us get more products developed, be more innovative in the market. So you are the force behind that, and we want to make sure you're taken care of. So when I say innovative products, we do things a little different. So we partner with very well-known brands, MetLife and VSP, throughout the country to co-create those dental and vision plans. All right, so what does that mean, Ken? Well, with MetLife, for example, they process the claims. So they are in charge directly of processing the claims. And then they also provide the network. All right, so it's branded MetLife. If nobody knows who NCD is, you can still use the MetLife brand there as well. And then the same with VSP. The second way we deliver our mission statement is through our member care team. So this is a call center based out of Dallas, Texas, has the best service I've seen in the industry. Anytime your clients call in, we're going to answer the phone in around average of 15 seconds. The goal is under 30. We have an outbound team. So anytime you enroll a client in our product and any of our products, we reach out, no, not to cross sell them on hospital indemnity or accident, but solely to welcome them on board and make sure they have a great onboarding experience. All right. So kind of taking a lot of that service off your hands. So you can go focus on more Medicare sales, maintaining your book of business, driving more with building your business, or whatever that looks like. So always happy to say we are the #1 rated insurance plan in the country on Google. That's not just dental and vision. That's not just ancillary. That's any insurance plan out there. All right. We just hit over 5,000 5-star reviews directly from agents like yourselves and clients that are on our policies. We also have the same separate agent support team for you. All right. So whenever you call in, we're going to answer the phone in under 30 seconds. We're going to reply to email in under an hour, answer back via text or online chat in under 10 minutes. All right. So that's in place for you even during open enrollment, annual enrollment period. When you're swamped, shoot a quick text just to have that extra question to get that answered so you can cross-sell your clients better and easier. And then of course, you have my team that does a lot of the traveling, the training, onboarding new agencies, if you're growing, whatever that may be, whatever that looks like. Now we're going to talk a little bit about why we need dental insurance, why it's important. And I'll kind of break this down in several different ways, right? Up front, we all know the Medicare space specifically has changed in the past 6 to 8 months heavily. A lot of dental benefits were one of the first things to go. So they were either stripped to where the networks are HMOs and they're almost impossible to use, or they took away things like implants, lowered annual maxes. We really saw a lot of big name and local carriers get hit with their dental benefits. So not only has that changed the landscape, but shoppers also acted a lot different in 2024, right? We saw that across the board. They were jumping over to new plans, health plans. They saw the need for stronger dental, so they looked for it. And that is the perfect timing to have strong dental plans in your portfolio. I hear a lot of times from agents and clients that dental is a nice to have instead of a need to have, right? We're not selling dental insurance until it's last minute. We need a crown tomorrow, versus taking the time to cross sell up front so that they have not only the stability financially, but also they get those preventative things done so that their oral health doesn't lead to anything bad. Few things that poor health can lead to: an increased risk of cancer. You're twice as likely to have high blood pressure and other health issues that are related directly to gum disease, like arthritis, dementia, Alzheimer's. Really, a lot of stuff that we've probably had family deal with that we want to try to prevent. According to the CDC, over $45 billion is lost in productivity in the US each year just because of untreated oral diseases. But just how widespread really is this stuff. And we also have some additional info. So 60% of adults over 65 are affected by periodontal disease. More than 1 in 4 adults have untreated cavities, and nearly half of those older than 30 show signs of gum disease. 80% of adults that have unmet dental care cite cost as a reason for not receiving care. All right, I'm sure that last one there is not shocking to many of us, but it really is. You can't afford anymore to wait last minute to get oral surgery done or pay out of pocket. Those things are very expensive and they do add up. All in all those stats, all I'm saying is, before we dive into the products, that if you're not already selling dental insurance, you should be, and just really understanding the impact more than just, hey, what's the premium, what's the co-insurance, but more than that, surrounding dental insurance. All right, let's get into the products and where they're located. So you probably already know, but we have anywhere from $750 to $10,000 in annual max. No waiting periods, all the big coverage, things like that. We do have a product in every state except for Washington. All right, so anywhere in blue, we have all of our plans. Anywhere in orange is just our custom VSP product. And then maybe one day we'll be in Washington, who knows? Some of the common features between all of our products. One is the application is one of the simplest you'll do. You can do it from an iPhone, iPad, Android, computer, whatever it may be. It's so easy to navigate and it's all custom to you. The primary applicant just has to be 18 or older. It's all based off zip code. So we don't have an age limit. We don't have age banding or underwriting, solely based off your zip code for those products. As I mentioned earlier, all of our plans are backed by the MetLife with the network. So ton of access points, easy way to look up providers. And then our negotiated rates are actually the highest in dental insurance. We'll get more into the network here in a little bit, but that's kind of a key note. If you're taking notes, the network is the strongest out there with the highest negotiated rate. And then as we're about to jump into, all of our plans are backed by the National Wellness and Fitness Association. That has exclusive access. We're built on association chassis. So you have really, really strong benefits. And I'll just point a couple out. So one would be Dial Care. It's a telemedicine simplified, unlimited usage, $0 copay that you get embedded in a dental plan. Great hearing benefits, hearing aid discounts. You have spot pet insurance discounts, different travel discounts, a ton of really solid stuff built into the dental and vision plans that you can easily cross-sell.
Hey, Ken, sorry
Yeah, go
to,
ahead.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I will. Can you go back 2 slides? And I just wanted to clarify, you said maybe one more click on the reimbursement rates. Uh,
Sure.
you said are the highest. So when I hear that, and I have my marketing hat on most of the time, are you saying reimbursement rates back to the providers, like to the dentists?
Yeah, so that's an in-network negotiated or discounted rate, maybe a better way to think about it. So it's really just a discount off the bill before the plan ever pays out.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
the 35 to 50%, that means if you have a bill for $1,000, just by going in network, we cut that, up to in half, and then the co-insurance pays out from the plan. So really,
Oh,
it's just showing the huge savings. And on average, just to clarify, most individual dental plans out there average about a 3 to 20% negotiated rate. So MetLife is just a lot higher across the board.
okay. Awesome. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, no, thanks for bringing that up. With the NWFA, there is no extra step or process. It's automatically included when you do the application that we'll show here in a few. So no other worries there. That's not an additional cost. It's embedded in the premium that you'll see when you run an application. All right, so let's talk about the core plan, 752 and $10,000 maxes. So they're just to make it a little simpler, the only plan that we offer that has a waiting period is the 750 value. All right, we all know 750 does not go very far for a whole year of dental coverage. But we want something there to have for younger clients that may just need some preventative maintenance done. So you'll see there is no waiting period for preventative or basic, but then there is for major, just have a 1 year waiting period there. Our most popular plans by far the past 3 years have been the Essentials and Complete right here, the two at 10,000. So very similar as far as structure goes. For preventative, you're covered at 3 cleanings, 3 exams per year at 100%. Basic services are graded benefits 65, 80, and 90. And then major services, you have 10% year 1, 50 year 2, and 60% year 3 and beyond. So major services, if you're new to dental, are going to be your oral surgeries, crowns, root canals, endodontics, periodontics, dentures, implants, all that fun stuff we don't want to go be seen for. Basic services are your fillings, your full mouth x-rays, some of the medium, semi-expensive things there. And then, of course, your preventative is the cleanings, exams, things that will identify some of those bigger things. So I do want to point out specifically for the complete 10,000, one is implant coverage. So it's been a really hot topic, really always, but we do cover $3,000 every calendar year towards implants. So a big note there if that comes up. And additionally is a lifetime deductible or vanishing deductible at $100. So once that's met, you never have to worry about the deductible again, as long as you're on the plan.
Hey, Ken, real quick on that deductible, that's
Yep,
per member, right?
correct.
Okay. So once I hit $100, I don't, and I stay on the plan, I don't have to worry about that deductible ever again.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
You got it. Great call. Before we move on here to Elite. So when you think of Elite, really the only difference is the basic services that are covered. So same coverage as core, with the acceptance of periodontal maintenance being covered as a major service. Outside of that, you just have the basic services at 80% day one, right? So that's typically where a lot of standalone dental plans will max out, whereas we offer that upfront day one. Implants are covered on these Elite products, but only after a 2 year waiting period. So if you think implants, go back to the complete 10,000. That's the plan to go to. Everything else is pretty typical. Graded co-insurance for major services, so 10% year 1, 50 year 2, and beyond. But the other biggest thing to point out is the deductible. For a family, the max is 150 per year. So even if you have 10 people on a family plan, the max you're going to pay for deductible is $150. I know the dental plans are very straightforward, but really what I want to spend time on and what I've tried to develop a little bit more about in depth is the network. All right. We all have sold dental plans. All right. You have very strong networks. You have very small, specific networks that are almost impossible to use, and everywhere in between. As I mentioned, and it was brought up, not only do you have the highest negotiated rate in dental insurance, but one of the biggest just footprint wise in dental insurance. So in addition to that, something to think about, hey, dentists know MetLife, they trust them. They've been around for a long time. They're also the largest group dental network, right? So if you have employers that are coming off of a MetLife plan, they already know the brand name. It's easy to slide into. And probably the biggest one for the business side, or satisfaction for clients too, is that MetLife is the highest paying claims processor in the world. Right? We don't deal with a TPA for claims or a third party. It's all done in-house. And typically those are turned around in 24 hours, not 3 weeks. So another additional point there. All right, let's look at inverse out of network. Excuse me. I know a lot of agents say, hey, as long as it's a PPO, we're good to go. I just want to make sure we truly know the difference between going in or out and the impact that that has on the client, but also you, right? If they expected to pay a lot less going out of network and they come back and yell at you, we all know that having the education behind that is super important. So in network just means that, hey, the dentist has legally agreed to a contracted rate. So there's a ceiling with every procedure out there that the dentist can charge. All right. And then also you get the negotiated rate, 35 to 50%. That takes a big discount off that. So lower out-of-pocket costs. Out of network, the dentist has not agreed to anything, right? Really, they can charge whatever they would like. We've seen those boutique dentists, a lot of those out there that are not taking any insurance anymore and are kind of doing their own thing. We've seen a lot of that lately. But out of network, the insurance pays based on the maximum allowable charge. We've all known about UCR and MAC rates are a little different. So the MAC rate is basically saying there's a ceiling in network for a crown of $1,000. All right, we're only going to pay towards what that $1,000 would cost in network. Even if the dentist is charging $2,000 out of network, we're only going to go pay towards what we would in network. So that's where you're really going to just see a lot of higher out-of-pocket costs. Here's a quick example. If your client needs a cleaning and exam in network, the cost is $100. The negotiator rate takes off $70 of that. And the plan pays out $70. Or the plan pays out 70, you're left with 0. I did mess that up. That should be 30 and 70. I can't do math. Out of network, say the cleaning is $100 as well. You just don't get that $30 off the service. You're still paying $30 out of pocket. So it can be as simple as cleaning, or it can be as costly as a crown, right? So say that in network, you have the negotiated rate kick in at 50%, takes off $500. The plan pays out 50% co-insurance towards the remainder. Client's left with $250. Out of network, the crown is still $1,000. You don't get the negotiated rate. The plan still pays out the same whether you're in or out of network. All right, what I know, Ken, you showed several different plans. How do we know which plan to choose? If you're looking at preventative, you can really be any of the products, right? Depending on budget. Basic needs, our elite plans cover 80% day one towards basic services. If they say they need upcoming major work but don't include implants, you can do the 3, 5, or 10,000 plan. And then if anything's brought up about dental implants, hey, this complete 10,000 plan has coverage day one. If you're budget conscious, we have the 750 value or the new plans coming next month that are, we'll hear in about 6-7 days, hopefully. We're going to be a lot lower in cost. And then care for the whole family. Also, the Elite has $150 of a max deductible. So again, good to keep in mind with those larger families as well. For vision, we do have our own custom product, but before we get into it, we'll talk a little bit about why vision insurance is important. Hey, I know I get it. If you're comparing apple to apple, dollar to dollar, not all vision plans make sense. Sometimes you could pay more out, out of pocket easier than buying an insurance plan. But with ours, you're gonna love the richness of the benefits. So one, you want to identify early signs of different eye diseases and outside eye diseases that link to high blood pressure, autoimmune cancer, diabetes, stuff like that. It is a detector for glaucoma, right? So while there is no cure, early detection can help out with that. And then over 93 million Americans are at high risk for serious vision loss, but only half have visited an eye doctor. All right. So just like everything else, eyes, teeth, they relate directly to the rest of the body. Here is a snapshot of our VSP product. It's just one plan, right? $22 a month, up to $220 for frame allowance. You have up to $150 for contacts, which includes the fitting and evaluation, or a discount on fitting and evaluation. But progressive lenses offered at a $50 copay are probably the most utilized benefit. So that's huge. If you go out of network or go to a different insurance plan, typically those are going to cost $175, $200 or more dollars. All right, so more than 60 years in the business. Vision with VSP has been a huge partnership and has awesome product for you to create stick your business as well. Before we go into the application itself, I just want to bring up a few things. So this is kind of a quick look at once you enroll a client, what happens from there. So they're immediately going to be sent a confirmation text letting them know they enrolled. They're going to get a confirmation email and a welcome email within 24 hours. So that's going to show them, hey, this is your electronic card. These are some extra tips, resources. And then they're also going to receive that ID card in the mail. I know we all know sales, but just some simple discovery questions that we put together. Here just to snapshot. So say if you're talking through, is it important for you to stay with the same dentist, or are you possibly going to switch dentists if it saves you more money, right? Go in the MetLife network. You all know different things. If you hear a dog barking in the background because you work from home, hey, mention pet insurance, right? That comes with the plan. Just a few different kind of thinking outside the box things that that could help you sell more ancillary products. Also, we will give you a few things we have on our agent launchpad. It's just ncd.com/agents. There's no sign-in required. You can easily go on there, access marketing materials such as email templates, social media, videos. We have a ton of really cool stuff there. And we're always building things out moving forward. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. We'll give a minute for some questions while I move over to the example enrollment.
Awesome, Ken. Thank you so much. One thing that I really like about NCD is people like you and Jameson who are just always ready to help answer questions and get people the information that they're looking for. Can't thank you enough for being a available resource. Worst thing is, trying to explain this to people and having a few questions go unanswered, and typically don't buy if they don't have the answers. So always appreciate it.
Yeah,
Hey,
no, that means a lot too, right? We try to be more helpful than just, hey, here's a plan, go sell it. We try to really be nerds in the insurance space and give more value than just here's a brochure, have fun. So
Miranda, were you gonna say something?
yeah, hi, Ken. Just noticed you didn't touch on the copay plans. Wonder if you could kind of give a description of those and maybe why or why not you wouldn't recommend them?
yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Maybe not bring it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so this was a recent change as of last week. We're stopping promoting the Kobe plans to newer agents because of a different set of lower cost plans that we're launching in the coming, hopefully, beginning of March here. So as of right now, we've kind of put those Kobe plans on hold for newer agents. If you're already contracted and been contracted and ready to sell, you still have access to those. We're really just not training, actively training on those plans right now.
Okay.
Really, we have a substitute for them that we think is going to work a lot better. Is why.
All right, so that's gonna be in early March, so maybe we should plan on another follow-up webinar to kind of go over the new options.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
Okay.
I knew that would be brought up eventually, but yeah, we're just not actively training on them. I think, as you all know from being in the industry, like, hey, plans get launched and they work great for some and not for some others. So I really think what we're going to launch in the next week or week and a half, you're going to like even more. So always trying to innovate and get new stuff in front of you.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. So here is a quick look at the enrollment portal. If you're already contracted with this, you'll already have access. So you're just going to see your name and info in the top right. So, hey, I know that's me. This is meant to be sent, or for you to able to be sending this to your clients directly. They can enroll themselves on this application. You can enroll them over the phone, whatever makes sense. Very easy to navigate. So first thing I want to point out here at the bottom is our Google reviews. So you're going to see we have those reviews there from real people. You can go check that out if your client's maybe a little skeptical on who NCD is. But all we have to do is enter a zip code. So I'm going to use my local Raleigh area here. Just press quote. First question, I'm looking for dental. Yes, you can do dental only, you can do vision only, or both on the same application. Say I'm just enrolling for a dental plan. There you go. All right, it's that quick. There's no need for an antiquated spreadsheet or something showing costs. You can do it directly from here in case you're traveling or in different zip codes. I view details. It's going to show me the deductibles, the coinsurance amounts. If I'm even more interested on a specific question with a plan, or you come across this when you're sitting down with a client, like, oh, okay, Ken, you need root canal. I know we can get one per tooth position per lifetime. So anything that has a frequency or limitation use is going to be listed. If there is no frequency or limits, then it'll list no specific there as well. So really, honestly, I show you a lot of things, but you don't need to go anywhere else really than just your enrollment portal. Awesome. So want to select that plan. You can also view more about the NWFA benefits broken down by product type. If I'm looking at the complete, I know, okay, cool. I have telemedicine, hearing aid discounts, Marcos AI fitness and wellness coach. Again, these are not going to be the sole reason your client buys a dental plan from NC or through you. It's probably going to be the dental itself, but these are additional selling points as well that kind of beef that up. At this point, I don't know if my dentist is a network, so I'll go up here to the top left, the dental doc search, throw in a zip code. And there you go. So these are going to be dentists in your area. You can change that. You can filter it out with different, hey, are they accepting new patients? Or search by specialty, whatever works there for you. Begin application. I'm going to put my info in. You see here, we don't ask for a social security number. We don't ask for an I-10. Citizenship status does not matter. As long as they can afford the premium and they want to be on board one of our plans, they're more than happy to have them on board. We do take checking or any type of credit card as well. And that is no cost to you or the client. We handle the credit card fees on our end as well. And that's it. That's the application. Effective date's always going to be March 1st up to April 1st. Billing date, you can also select, change that around if they don't get paid till tomorrow or whatever it may be. And then I do want to point out that the cost is broken down on the application itself. The client's still going to get the same $88 a month taken out of their account or one charge from NCD. So it's not going to be separate. Don't worry about that. We just legally per MetLife have to break it down to show what we're sending to the association. And that's it. Once you confirm, click the purchase agreement, and that'll start that process that we saw for the client earlier. And that's it.
Well, that's pretty simple, Ken.
Try to be. We don't want
I like having tools for agents that make their life a little bit easier. I apologize, I may have missed. Did you guys have any? I know from time to time you have different like incentives or contests or different things like that. I don't know if you have anything at this time.
Not right now, but you and I can definitely talk about that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I find it's one of those things where, and we've talked about this on our podcast I was telling you about a little bit, is I think a lot of times agents get very busy. We've got, appointments back to back. We're trying to accomplish what they're asking for, and maybe we're not asking the additional questions to uncover needs like this. Have you found similar?
You just mean as far as like, are you cross-selling?
Yeah, yeah,
Honestly, it comes up a lot for me specifically, just traveling and asking the right questions to agents and agency owners. And yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely changed a lot more even the past 6 to 8 months. I've seen people come out of the woodwork that 2.5, 3 years ago told me to kick rocks and they're never selling dental insurance.
yeah.
I think you probably have too, but yeah, a lot has changed on the landscape, and we definitely feel it, from our kind of niche outlook in the industry. But yeah, I think you probably agree with this, but I guarantee if you're not selling dental and vision right now, somebody else is, and your clients are becoming theirs.
Yeah.
If you're
And
getting
I think it's one of those things too, if you don't mind me saying, like, maybe your client isn't the one, but they may know somebody who's looking for additional coverage or coverage that is actually going to work for their needs. Where again, you're the trusted advisor, the consultant, if you will, that is going out into the marketplace and finding tools like this to benefit your clients.
Yeah. And another thing is, you don't have to recreate the wheel. A lot of that we already have for you, free of charge, of course, but um, this is kind of a quick look. We have email templates you can send to your book of business, or, prior to the annual enrollment period, send some stuff out. We have videos that explain the importance of dental, so you don't have to do it. We have brochures here, that are customizable, a lot of different stuff, but we also have dropping in the next, I want to say this week. We have some training videos, but we also have some additional kind of guides on social media. We also will have an agent playbook that basically gives you step-by-step cross-selling guides, questions to ask. That doesn't necessarily relate directly to NCD, but kind of just, what was referred to a minute ago in general, right?
Yeah.
What am I missing out on? Why should I sell different lines of business? All that fun stuff.
Fantastic. Uh, do you have some time for questions? If we've got questions at all, you can unmute yourself. I will open up. Doesn't look like we had any in the chat.
I actually have a question.
Oh,
Ken.
perfect. Word, please.
You touched on it a little bit. I just want to dive a little bit deeper on it if you could. What we're running into in Grand Rapids is a lot of dentists are just saying F insurance, we're not taking anything, right?
Yep.
And I know you have out of network costs or out of network coverage, so to speak, but how does that look if the dentist just says, hey, we're not billing anything? Are they able to submit at least a reimbursement form to get a little bit of that money back? Or if the dentist just says, F this, I'm done, what do we do? Or how do we coach the clients to handle that?
Yeah, I'll be very frank with you, right? Out of network, some of the only couple issues I've seen with MetLife and these plans in the past 3 years has been when the client goes out of network, right? I think we know that in general, but yeah, it's truly a PPO. So MetLife will pay something towards the bill as long as the client sends in the claim.
Okay, so
But
if the client sends in the claim, you're fine. You don't actually need the claim coming from the dentist, right?
right, yeah, typically the client's going to get balance bill. They're going to submit
Yep.
that on.
Right. So they can say, like your example with the crown, right? The client's going to be responsible for 750 if they go out of network. They can send that your way to get at least a 250 back in their pocket.
Right.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Because yeah, that's
Well,
awesome. Thanks, Ken. I appreciate it.
anybody else? Anything else? I couldn't have done that well. Hit me with something. Wake me up.
No, I think it means you answered everybody's questions, man.
All
And
right.
as Miranda was saying earlier, definitely as you guys continue to bring new and helpful products to the marketplace, we'll continue to have these. Obviously, we recorded it so other people can rewatch it a few times, and we really appreciate you taking the time. We'll see you in Vegas for Medicarians.
Yeah. See you all there, and thanks for your time. Let's go have a great day.
Awesome. Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, Ken.